Hello, Assalamu Alaikum. How are my little fellows and little ladies? Having fun, relaxing, reading books, being good to your parents, being kind to others, helping those who need help? Yes, I'm sure. Long vacations, huh? So do write to me. Where have you been? What are you doing? See, for summer vacations, when you have to go to you have to travel, you have to make all the effort, and then you go there and stay there, right? But there is an easy way, and that is if you read books. And when we read books, what happens is that sitting right here on a couch, on a bed, on a chair, on a floor, in a library, what happens is we transport, हम वहाँ पहुँच जाते हैं, wherever the story is from, may it be in Alaska or Nepal or anywhere, east or west, anywhere. So in the ocean, in the sky, in the castle, in a cottage, in a wood, in a city, modern, old, right? Yes, most of our stories actually fairy tales begin with once upon a time. So do you know, can somebody write to me and tell me what story am I going to read today? Well, yes, I can see the answer in your eyes and on the tip of your tongues. Yes, wonderful. So let's get started with the princess on the glass hill. This is the princess who got stuck on the glass hill. That's right. Okay, let's see now. Once upon a time, in a small town, lived a farmer, Thompson. He was a happy man because his crops grew well, he worked hard, right? This is Mr. Thompson. This is Mr. Thompson, right? And he was a happy farmer, a happy landowner. He had 3 sons. Yes, he had 3 sons. Yes, one was Ken, the other was Sam, and the other was Ted. So let's see what happens, right? And he was very happy. But what started happening at the end of summer every year, somebody would come at night and eat away bunch of his crops. And that was a great loss for the farmer. He did think about it. Who could it be who would be destroying his crops? And why so? So 2-3 years he bore the loss, and he wondered, he asked around, he explored, but he could not find the answer. So then he thought of his sons who had grown up, and he spoke to them. He called Ted, Sam and Ken and asked them what could be done. They understood that their father was bearing a loss because their crops were being eaten and smashed and destroyed by some force, unseen force, and they didn't know what to do about it. So the father called them and told them, "My dear sons, we are having a problem at the end of summer when our crops are ripe and are in abundance. What should we do? We'll have to keep an eye. And check overnight, every night, that whosoever comes and destroys and damages and smashes our crops." The son said, "Yes, father, of course, we'll help you out. We are your sons, and this is our land. We care for it." So the eldest one, he said, yes, the eldest one was Ted. He said, "Okay, tonight I'm going to stay up and be there, and I'll keep vigil, I'll watch over it, and I'm sure I'll be able to find out the culprit, culprit means the person who's done it. So, fine. Then off he went into the lands where the crops were growing, looking wonderful, and he sat by a tree and watched. And then, after midnight, he heard some sounds, but he could not figure out where were they coming from. Oh, he called, "Who's there? Who's here? Who are you? Show yourself." But he was scared because there was a strange light radiating everywhere, and he didn't know what kind of a force or what kind of a person was it. What was it? But the voice kept going on, and he felt frightened. He was afraid. Wo dar gaya. So he thought, and quietly he withdrew. He just went back home and slept. And in the morning, he told his father, Mr. Thompson, "Father, I'm sorry, but I could not find. There were strange sounds coming from everywhere. And in the morning, the crops are destroyed. I'm sorry, I could not find him." He didn't tell him that he was frightened. He was the eldest son as well. Mr. Thompson said, "Okay, son, it's all right. Let's see what we can do next. You tried your best." Then came Ken. And Ken said, "I'll go and see what's happening, Pa. Don't you worry." He said, Good, son, try your best and be on the lookout. Don't get hurt. And just find out who is there. And then that's exactly what he did. And he went and sat there and waited and waited. And he was sleepy and yawning. He couldn't hear anything. Nothing was happening. Everything was still, silent, and quiet, and dark. And suddenly, he heard the same kind of noises which his brother had told him. These kind of, "Hello, Nimra and Zunaira. Thank you for watching. You're welcome. Do write me messages and like the page also and share it with your friends." Okay, so what happened? He also heard that noise. He also called out, "Who's there? Who's there? Whoever is there out there hurting us and spoiling our crops, come out." But nobody knew. That's this strange sounds kept coming. Oh God, he was petrified and he got frightened because again there was a strange noises, there was strange radiation of light, and he withdrew and ran inside and slept. And in the morning he told his Pa, "Dad, I really don't know, but there is a force that makes a sound, but I could not find it, I could not see it." He didn't tell him that he was frightened to face it, confront it, go to it. So that's what happened. Father said, "Oh, that's disappointing." And he expected a lot from his both sons. They were very bright set of kids. So the young one's son came up. "Pa, I'm going to do it. Why are you worried?" "Yes, I'm going to try my best. It's okay if I'm young. I can do it." And that's what he did. So the third night he was there waiting and waiting for the noises or the figure or the person or the character or whatever spooky thing was there. So he waited, but he didn't feel sleepy. He really was curious and wanted to solve this problem. So he waited, and then he heard the same noises. Oh, but he was not scared. He could also see some light. फैल रही है, radiate कर रही है. Oh wow! He said, I must go and find out where is the light and the noise coming from. So he kept walking towards, and then suddenly he saw a glowing golden horse, sparkling, and the most beautiful horse he had ever seen in his life. He went to him and he said, hello, and he petted him. And he said, hello, what are you doing here? The horse looked at him and stopped what he was doing. And then Sam offered him a lump of sugar. He said, would you like to have sugar, sir? He said, yes, I would. Why not? And no, he just nodded. He didn't speak, but he looked very nicely in a friendly way at Sam, and Sam petted him again and gave him a lump of sugar. Guess what? The horse smiled, and then he had an armor. You know, the metal suit which the knights used to wear. Sometimes our army or police, they have those shields, but it was an entire covering. Okay, guys, we'll have to pause just for 2 minutes. Do you think you could wait for me? I'll be very, very grateful. Just 2 minutes. Something urgent has come up. Hello there. Hello again, Mr. Thompson and Ken and Ted, right? And Sam. I'm extremely sorry for keeping you waiting, Nimra and Sunera. Thank you for writing your names. And guess, what was I telling you? Yes. And this horse was very kind in a way. he kept quiet, and when he left an armor, like I was telling you, a metallic kind of a suit for him, so he would be safe, right? When some enemy kind of tried to hurt him. And he was surprised, and he thought about it, and then what he thought was, I'll just bury it here. He didn't know what to do with it. And the horse had been nice. He had received something and he had given something in return. That's how we should be. And the other thing, and now he didn't know the horse well, and he didn't know whether to keep it. It was for safekeeping, or it was given to him. So fine, the next morning, when he came to his father, they saw that there was, nobody had come to destroy their crops. Yes, his brother was watching and listening when he was telling his father. His father was so happy. He said, well done, Sam. Well done. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. So for a few days, there was no disruption, no destruction of the crops. No spoilage, nothing. Excuse me. Ouch, that was a sneeze. Excuse me. God bless me. Oh, yeah. These things are with us, and they are unavoidable, and they're very natural. All we can do is do them and say, excuse me. Isn't that right? Yeah, that's it. So now they were happy. But after a few days, Sam was missing the horse. He thought, he just was fascinated because it was one of the most beautiful horses he had ever seen. So he thought of keeping a watch and waiting for him another night. And that's exactly what he did. And he went and sat under the same tree his brother, had sat, and there he sat. He had told his father. He said, fine, as you wish. So he went and sat there. And then after midnight, he heard the same kind of noises. Oh, he was happy that it must be the beautiful, glowing golden horse. So he went to him and again talked to him in a friendly way, petted him, and said, hello, would you like another lump of sugar? And that's exactly what happened. And he gave him a lump of sugar, and this one gave him a armor, again metallic, but this was made of silver, all shiny, lovely. Oh, and again he said bye-bye. They said bye-bye to each other, and Ken again dug a hole and put it under the earth next to the agricultural land they owned. Then let's see what happens. Okay, so the summer went by and the year went by. Everything was safe. The father was very happy. Yeah, they were surprised and a little embarrassed. His brothers, but Sam was not the kind to show off and brag. So they were living happily. But suddenly, next summer, now he told his father, I think I should keep vigil because we have to be extra careful. We have worked so hard in planting the seeds and plowing the land, tilling the land and watering it and watching it and weeding it and cleaning it, shoveling it. These are the terms used for agriculture work. What were the words I told you? Planting the seeds, watering, plowing, yes, shoveling, digging, weeding and cleaning. So that's what so he's for another night. Guess what happened? So when he watched and he subconsciously was waiting for the golden, shiny, beautiful horse, and there came the noise after the midnight. went in that direction where the light was radiating, and he asked him, "Oh, hello, 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 golden horse, you are so beautiful. I love to see you. Can I offer you a lump of sugar?" And the horse, golden, special, beautiful horse, loved it, and he took it, and then he nodded and went. And what did he leave behind? An armor made of gold. It was as shiny as the horse. Oh, wow. And Sam hid that also. Didn't misuse it. Yeah, you should only use things when you need to. Otherwise, just keep them safe. Yes. So that's what he did. So they were happy and comfortable. Few years grew by. The three sons grew up, Sam, Ted, and Ken. They were growing taller and bigger and more responsible. The father was happy. He was a happy farmer, Mr. Thompson, with his sons. But then there was a big announcement in the village. The king's men came and told everybody that the king has sent a message, and the king has said that whosoever saves his daughter who is stuck due to a curse on a glass hill, top of the glass hill. You know how tall the hills can be. So this one was also very tall. So people heard, and they said they will try their luck. And the reward was the hand of the princess, beautiful princess. That boy or gentleman would be married to the princess. Oh, wow. Everybody got excited and they left. And people started talking and wondering. Quite a few men who were older, they tried and tried, but they did not succeed. Then, of course, the eldest son of Mr. Thompson came forward. He said, "I am the best man in the village. I'll go and try it." And then, of course, everybody was watching him. Ho, ho, ho. Everybody was watching him. All kinds of people were watching him. And then he started climbing. He had just gone a little bit, just for about 5 to 7 minutes, and he slipped down and got hurt. Oh. So he could not do that. Then Ken came along. He said, "I'm the next best man in the village. I'm going to do it. Let's just watch and see. I can climb much higher, and I'm very good at hiking and climbing." Everybody knew that. Yes. Sam said, "Yes, brother, you must try. You must try." And that's what happened. And then what happened? He went up. He was climbing up the glass hill, which was so slippery. And about 10, 12 minutes later, what happened? Oh, he slipped down. He was hurt also. Oh my God. Now, who came forward? The youngest and the nicest boy. He didn't say, "I'm the best man, third best man." No, he didn't show off. He wasn't proud of such things. Anybody who would do well could do it. So, and the princess was watching from the top of the hill that people were trying to save her. And she was stuck at the top of the hill. Oh, what a pretty princess. Oh, so then what happened? He said, "Let me try." His brothers laughed at him. "Okay, you can try if you want to," forgetting that he had discovered who had destroyed their crops and had stopped doing that. He had succeeded in doing that. So what happens is, Suddenly people see somebody sitting on top of a horse covered in metal armor. Everybody was in awe. Nobody could see that there was an inside that armor, that metal. Oops, clang, clang. But he was 1/3 of the way and he also slept and they fell down. Oh, everybody boo. But that horseman with the armor, now he came back on the horse and he was wearing a silver armor, remember? The golden horse had given him that. And there, oh, the princess was watching and seeing that somebody is reaching up. But once he had reached halfway, oh, the foot slipped. Now this was, I'm showing you the same horse, but it was not the same horse. So they slipped and they fell down. Oh, but Sam did not give up. He was the strongest, most determined. Now he had the third armor. Which one? Tell me, why don't you write? Golden armor. That's, you're right. So he sat on the golden armor. Ta ta ta. He sat on the golden armor. Oh, sat wearing the golden armor on the horse and went up. And he finally reached there. And the princess was surprised and happy. She was smiling. At last she will be saved and will be able to go back to queen and king, her parents and home. So she was very happy. And she said, "Who are you, writer?" Oh, he said, he took off his armor and said, "I am Sam I'm Mr. Thompson's son." "Oh, thank you. You're a brave one. Nobody has been able to rescue me. Will you be able to take me down?" "Yes, princess. That's why I've come here, your majesty." And they both sat on the horse. It took them a while, and the king and the people and the princess's brother, they were all waiting for him and clapping. They were so happy to see their princess back, alive and happy and safe. They really clapped and congratulated Sam and thanked him. And Mr. Thompson and his older sons were surprised that Sam was the one who had worn that armor and saved the princess. So he was chosen to be married to the princess. And they both were married as promised by the father of the princess, the king of the kingdom. Yeah, this was the king. Look at him. He was so happy with Sam. And the princess was happy because this was a nice, sweet, and very brave man. So they lived happily ever after. And when they became king and queen, oh, they were very good king and queen. Yes. And Thompson and his other sons were happy for Sam because he was the one who had braved it and saved the princess. He deserved it. They were all happy. Yes, and proud of the young Sam. There you are. This is the proud, good, brave boy. So what did you learn? Yeah, you just can't sit and wait for the trouble or the problem to be solved. No, that doesn't happen. You have to do what? Yes, you have to be brave and face it and fight it, talk to it and sort it out. And best way is the peaceful way, and see how things get smoother, easier, nicer. I'm sure you all have learned from his bravery, his determination, his courage, haven't you? Though he was the youngest. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the story of Princess on the Glass Hill. Yeah, I loved it. I found it very cute. There's bravery in it, there's courage, there's honesty, and nobody was proud there, and they were all hard-working. Yes, so that's how it works. So be kind to your parents, be good to people, be honest, be truthful, help your parents, yes, and enjoy yourselves, read a lot. Let me know what books you're reading. So, it is a free trip to the outer world, anywhere, any culture, any person, child, adult, monster, animal. Oh, you get into their stories, learn and have fun, isn't it? Books are the best friends we have. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you for watching, especially Nimra and Zunaira and everybody else. Okay, so now I will be reading the next story on 21st of August. Right? I'm taking one Sunday off because I'll be traveling. It was lovely to see you. It is the highlight of my week. Khud Hafiz. Bye-bye.